Hello, my name is Britney Nguyen. I'm 19 years old.
My name is Jennifer Duong. I am 20 years old.
So I grew up in the Bay Area, specifically San Jose. Growing up, I would consider it's kind of a small town, not really, kind of suburbans. We have some special things like boba. We're very Asian populated, and we're also in the Silicon Valley, so it's very expensive to live here. But yeah, that's all.
I am born and raised in Peoria, Arizona. So in Peoria, it's like a very suburban area. You don't really see like the true city of Phoenix with all the lights and the buildings, but you will see a lot of people like that you already know in grocery shops or the mall. For example, for me, I live in like the small part of Peoria and I know a lot of people there and it's just a safe community.
I went to Piedmont Hills High School, and it was a very good experience for me. I would say I was pretty involved in everything from freshman year to senior year. I did a lot of activities like dance clubs. I was in ASB and stuff like that. It was overall a really good experience. Some things that I would say that's unique about our school was that it was kind of like everyone was very well rounded, I think. Was very involved in academically high. Yes. Overall, a 10 out of 10 experience.
High school, the educational aspect of it was like it was really good because Centennial had continuous A plus ratings for academics. I had good grades, teachers, and we had a lot of good leaders. But on the social aspect of it, it was tough because the Peoria demographics show that the largest ethnic group in Peoria are white people. So obviously, my school was mainly made up of Caucasians. So it was like hard to fit in because as an Asian person, you could get bullied when it comes to food or stereotypes and like overall appearance, like your eyes or your black hair.
Some things I like to do with my friends in high school is just go eat. Like I said earlier, the town there's not that much to do, but I think just the people that I met from my high school and middle school are people that I really resonate with. So just being around them was fun.
I had two friends, like two friend groups, family friends and school friends. Really close with my family friends. We're all like Vietnamese, so like we have been really close. Our parents have been friends since like forever. So occasionally we would hang out and stay at each other's houses. And we would mainly be in the Tempe area because that's where like all the Asians are. It's a very highly populated Asian community with the restaurants and the residents. I guess when we go there, we feel like we're fit in compared to living in Glendale and Peoria. My school friends right now, I have one particular white friend, and we don't really like compare each other with like our skin color. We're just friends. So what we do is we would go to Dutch Bros because that's really popular in Arizona, and I go to her house, but she doesn't really go to my house. I guess I don't know. I'm just too scared for that.
I identify as a Vietnamese American, and I would say that I am super Vietnamese American, if that makes sense. I am very 50-50 both. I feel like since I grew up in the Bay Area where there are a lot of other Asians, I was able to comfortably like be like accept my culture. I feel like a lot of other Asian Americans that grew up in other places, they struggle a lot with their culture identity, but I didn't because growing up here, everyone else was the same as me. So I was always able to express being Vietnamese and I guess being proud. But also, I think in English, I am an American. I grew up in America. So obviously, I am not super Vietnamese, as I said, 50-50. But I would say the only differences I can see when my American background, my Vietnamese background clashes with my parents, like the way they raised my sister and I, it kind of clashed sometimes because we're both like we're like used to the American movies and stuff. how they raise their kids. So we always compared that, I guess, but not really. I would say that it's been a comfortable balance between the two.
I am Vietnamese, and me personally, where I grew up, there wasn't much culture around us. Like I said, Peoria is mostly populated with white people. Being in college right now is way different than high school 2 years ago because everything's more diverse. The students, the teachers, the community. It's just outside my hometown, so it's still like different. Like there's still white people, but there's a lot more like people of color, and I'm more comfortable fitting in, and I don't feel as isolated as I was in high school. And I have a lot more friends outside the Caucasian community. I grew a lot from high school to college viewing how my culture is, and I feel like more people are accepting. I wouldn't get like looked differently. Yeah, basically everyone respects each other's cultures and beliefs.
For my future, I hope that I am happy and successful and that I am around a lot of loved ones. So I would say that relationships and family is the most important thing to me. I think it's very important that my future family stays in touch with my culture because I don't know, I just seen a lot of my peers and other Asian Americans I've seen online, they kind of lose touch with their Vietnamese side, and I think it's really sad. I don't know, it's just like I don't want my kids to be like that at all. I want them to be super in touch, but obviously that's gonna be hard because I am already pretty Americanized. But yes, it's very important to me.
For my future family, even though I loved living in Peoria, Arizona, I would like to settle in Seattle, Washington in the future because obviously the cooler weather would be nice, and also Seattle has a highly populated Asian environment, so my kids would have a different experience growing up than I did. I'm not really thinking about my future right now, but I am hoping for my future kids to continue following Vietnamese culture and proudly identify as being an Asian American. Because growing up, I wasn't proud and was embarrassed to be Vietnamese compared to the other kids. So I'm hoping they don't feel the same.